Morning, Steve Reed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, grains are higher overnight. We're seeing a lower dollar, seeing higher stocks, and commodities are mostly higher. There's comments that bad U.S. economic data is good for stocks and commodities because it could either delay or reduce the amount of interest rates the central banks increase over time. UN yesterday asked central banks to stop increasing interest rates because of the impact it's have on global economy. Corn market, the harvest in corn by the USDA is 20% down. Last year was 27. Beans 22 versus 31. And winter wheat plantings 40 versus 45. The big news was that U.S. topsoil short to very short increased to 58 from 54 last week and 46 last year. You got Kansas at 86. Arkansas at 86, Nebraska 81, Oklahoma 92, Oregon 73, South Dakota 80. So that whole corridor from the winter wheat areas across into the Delta is drier than normal with not a lot of rain forecasted. That's lowering water levels, and there are no offers for beans, meal, and corn out of the U.S. Gulf. Ukraine corn is still cheaper than U.S. corn. Russian wheat is still cheaper than U.S. wheat. And we also note that most of South America, bean, meal, and oil is cheaper currently for U.S., but some of the offers are non-existent for December as Jan as they run out of supplies. We are starting to see South American plantings in corn. First corn is about 30% planted. Beans just started, but southern areas are wet, which may be delaying plantings, while central and northern areas are dry. Argentina remains dry, and there is concern about their wheat crop and also just their early corn plantings and the impact dryness could have on germination and eventually long-term growth. So the fact that the dollar is lower, the fact that the market is trading, the central banks may not increase interest rates as much as feared is helping the markets. I doubt if beans can trade over $14 on the November as the approaching harvest and slowdown in export activity and favorable South American weather. Same thing in corn. Doubt if we can trade over $7 because of the approaching harvest, our low export numbers. Although on October 12th, the USDA could lower the U.S. corn crop again. We'll just see if they lower exports equal amount to offset that lower crop. The wheat market still trying to figure out globally weather conditions, too wet in parts of Russia. Europe conditions are improving. U.S. Southern Plains is dry. And we'll just have to see if end users come in and buy some wheat from the U.S. Because either the export corridor in Ukraine is closed or because Russian wheat exports are slowed because of sanctions or just hard for companies to get insurance and freight for vessels going in and out of Russia. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.